Hello everyone. I wanted to make this video a little bit different than the videos I have on my page. So on this video, what I wanted to do was I want to guide you guys through the whole process of when I customize this hutch to match a desk that I did previously, and this is the desk. Now my customer decided to purchase this hutch after I already have painted the desk, and now I'm just going to finish off this hutch to match the desk and paint it all the same color. Now what I'm going to be using is, first I'm going to start off with a primer from Rust-Oleum. Then I like using Bare Ultra. On this one, the color is Binary Star. I've already prepped and sanded the entire hutch. Now, one of the things I did was I sanded as much as I had to. I didn't remove all of the original finish, but there was parts that were flaking. So on those areas, I did remove it. For example, the top, I had to remove all of it. So on this one, I used a stripper and sandpaper. These edges were flaking, so I also removed it. The top shelf, I don't have to remove the entire thing, but it's sanded to the point where it's going to be nice and smooth once it's painted. Now that is my entire process on how I spray my primer on all of my pieces. Now that I'm done with the primer process, I'm going to start the paint process. Now I get asked often what spray system I use, and this is the one I use. It's the Earlex 5500 HVLP system. I've been using this for about almost 3 years, and I'm very happy with this product. It's about $300. It's not that expensive, but it does a great job. Now with this one, I painted probably over 100 pieces, and I don't see myself getting any other kind because I'm very happy with the process. Now with this Hutch, we're gonna first, I like to first put it on his back. I'm gonna spray the top portions of it, then I'll stand it back up, then I'll do the rest. But here's the process. first coat of paint is already almost done drying. So I wanted to take this little time and just show you guys how it looks when you have one coat of paint after you prime. See, it's not even that noticeable in those areas. Right now it's just because of the paint still drying, but it's smooth as possible. And I think that is the most important thing you could always do, is just take your time and sand it down, smooth it out as much as possible, and it always will pay off at the end. So now that I've finished applying the second, and as you can tell, I applied a little bit more, so you can count it as my third coat, I'm done. Now I just have to let it dry. I'll show you guys the sides. Here it is. Now what I like to do is, because it is latex paint, I like to let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow I will distress it. After I distress it, then I will seal it with polyurethane. So see y'all tomorrow. Hello everyone, today is day 2 of the Hutch project. So today I am going to be smoothing out the paint, because it's been setting for about, I think it was a day and a half already that I painted, and I like to let it sit so it fully cures. Then after that, I like to use a sanding foam pad. The one I like to use is from Surf Prep, and it's a super fine. See that? What I like to do with this is just go over the paint, smooth it all out. Or if I don't have one of these to use, I like to use a 400 grit. And then after that, after I smooth it all out, I will be distressing it. I like to use a 120 grit sandpaper on these little areas. Now throughout the project, I am going to start sanding. Then I'm going to be distressing. Then after that, I am going to be sealing it with polyurethane. Now that I finished smoothing out the paint, distressing, now the next process is going to be sealing the paint. And what I like to use is Varathane Ultimate Polyurethane, sometimes in satin, sometimes in matte. It just depends on the finish that I want. And then I like to use my Airlex HV 5500 spray station to seal it with. Now that the hutch is sprayed with polyurethane and is drying, I'm going to be working on these drawer pulls. I'm going to be painting them with Rust-Oleum metallic paint and primer, but I'm going to be using the oil rub bronze. This is the same paint I use on the handles on the desk, and it's just going to make these stand out against the paint. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint on the back of them, paint all the sides, and then once that dries, I'll turn them over and then I'll paint the top. Okay, now the bottoms are dry. Now it's time to do the top portions of these drawer pulls. The hutch is ready, and now I'm gonna be taking the pictures. I always battle with what to put for staging because my wife's at work. I send her pictures, and well, I hope she approves of this one. Thank you all for following along. I hope you all have a wonderful day.